Part 2. Silver
Chaos
Snow.
of War.
Garland Moon. The Chaos of War.
I wonder if this is going to be Embar, where we face Hubert and Death Knight.
The Resistance Army successfully takes Fort Mercius. Their victory celebrations are cut short, however, when javelins of light pierce the sky and destroy much of the fort. With nowhere else to go, the Resistance
they launched an
Army
airstrike
withdraws
against
to
or
Garreg-Mach.
a missile
Under the
strike
guise
against
of
us.
surrender, they secretly prepare for a surprise attack on the Imperial
Magical missile
capital.
strike. Something right off the bat.
It seems the preparations for our invasion of Enbar are advancing smoothly.
Wonderful, Seteth.
All has been laid out so we can move swiftly to the necessary locations. Until the time comes, please try to keep your spirits up.
Will do. I understand.
There is something else. I have heard that Rhea is potentially being held captive in the capital.
Yes, she is.
The information could not be confirmed, nor even properly sourced, but even still.
No? I'm pretty confident in that fact,
We cannot ignore the possibility. Please bear that in mind.
for reasons I couldn't possibly explain to you. What am I gonna say? I experienced it in a different alternate reality. If it's true, we'll find her.
Yes, we must not let anything get in the way of rescuing her.
Well, except for making sure we don't fail completely. That's slightly more important.
We're finally heading to Enbar, the capital city of the Empire. So many memories there.
When were you last there, Flane?
Oh yeah? So you've been there before?
Presumably many years ago.
Oh, yes. Though it was a very long time ago.
Very.
A very long time. You must have been really young. I'm surprised you remember.
Well, relatively speaking, she was kind of young, I'm sure.
The main stage of the Mittelfrank Opera.
She might have only been 100 years old at the time.
I hope no one from the opera gets swept up in the coming chaos.
Don't worry. I'm sure they won't.
There are many buildings straight out of the history books in Enbar. I hope they remain unharmed.
Thank you for reminding me, Linhardt. I'll need to remember to check those this time.
You're worried about the buildings? What about the people? You're an odd one, Lynn.
I mean, we can save them too, but...
I am also worried about the people. I'm sure my father is in a palace in the capital.
Oh yeah?
Many people reside in Enbar.
In a palace
so
or
we
the
must take
palace?
care to avoid needless casualties.
Don't worry, we're not gonna just go around slaying citizens.
I don't think Edelgard cares much for avoiding casualties, so that's probably impossible.
I actually think that's not quite true. I think she does. She accepts them as a reality. She doesn't actively seek them out.
I bet we'll be fighting until one side or the other is completely destroyed.
And her goal is to liberate Fodland, not necessarily dominate it, like tyrannically.
Bernie, you should be staying away from thoughts like that. We will be defeating her with our full power. Our enemy has great strength, but we will not be losing.
Yeah, I don't have to fight you this time, Petra, in the throne room.
I could not agree more. Remember, even if our surprise attack works, a force even greater than all of our troops combined awaits us in the capital.
Catch him by surprise.
0 casualties is always the goal, but we must not underestimate the situation at hand.
I mean, 0 casualties never gonna happen in a battle of this scale. But we can at least have 0 casualties on our team.
Still, we must not hold ourselves to the same twisted morality that she does.
Aw, Flane.
After all, we are here to stop her, not to follow her down her dark path.
Guide us into the light, Flane.
We all choose to fight back. We are all in this together.
You're right, Flane. We've got to try our hardest.
Yes, we must, Bernie.
A different path from Edelgard.
There's no stopping her. The only way to end this is to kill her.
Unfortunately.
Our choice. Flane, Your words are wonderful and full of
To
bravery.
kill her or surrender and join her. Those are our two paths. Or to fail to kill her and die. 3 paths.
Let's go. We can't lose.
We could. Well, we'd have to try again, but
The situation is dire, and so I will do what must be done.
thank you, Linhart.
I am certain that if we join our strength, we can win this battle without losing a single soul.
I appreciate your optimism, Flame. Alright, let's move into first exploration of the week. Keep an eye on our paralogs as well. Okay, they did not increase this time, that's good. There's his birthday. Anna's birthday. Aw. And yeah, Conquer and Bar. Yeah, okay. Before we go exploring actually, there is one support that we haven't seen yet. Constance and Happy. Well, we might have gotten their C support before, but we definitely didn't finish. It's on my list after all.
Hey, Coco, how are you?
Yeah, we definitely didn't see this one. I would have remembered that. Still love this music. And Happy, what do you have in your mouth? See if I can decipher that. Oof. Corcor. What was her nickname for Constance? Coco? Maybe? Hoffer. How are you?
Happy! What in the world has gotten into you?
She's eating a snack. Oh, I hope she doesn't swallow. Let's see. No need to be jealous. There's plenty to go around. Okay.
Happy, it would be easier to understand you if your mouth was less stuffed.
Hey, you shut your mouth, Constance.
Kindly finish what you are eating and then say your piece. My pleasure.
My pleasure.
Nothing better than fresh pastries.
Ah.
Sure you don't want one, Coco?
Happy really is just so precious. I love her.
It's not about whether I want
The
to
nicknames,
burn
the
or not.
personality, just
It's
everything about her I love.
Atrocious manners.
It's a very tough fight between her and Constance for which one's my favorite of the 4. Aerie's not too far behind. But,
Walking around with your arms and jaws stuffed full of unwrapped pastries?
if they were wrapped, would that be better?
There are crumbs all over your lips, your clothes. You've left a trail of them behind you. Unacceptable.
Oh,
Hey, I paid for them. I can eat them however I want.
thank you, Happy. Yes, you can.
Sure you don't want a bite? If you don't have any,
Where did you get
eat
them?
them all.
Right in front of you, too.
You have to try them fresh out of the oven if you want the full effect. Pretty soon they'll get cold.
Wow, this is a side of Happy I'm glad I got to see.
Oh, I'll explain in noble speak so you understand.
Yes.
They have a crisp, oven-browned exterior and a sophisticated, spongy sweetness lying within.
Oh my god. A+ Happy. Nailed Constance.
Not interested? That's fine. More for me.
She was just being kind.
I was going to say, not so fast. Spare one for me, but only because you insisted.
Yes. What kind of pastries are they? I do love a good pastry. What's my favorite? I don't know. Pound cake is delicious.
It would be rude of me to decline an offering made in good faith. One must mind one's manners.
Whatever you gotta say to justify it, Constance. Can't fault you for that.
You're really dragging this out. Here, I'll make it easy for you. Open up.
Yes, feed her.
Wait,
Shove it
don't
right
you
in.
won't.
Oh, I wish I could see it. I really do.
Not bad, right?
I could not, conscience acknowledge this as anything but delicious.
Thank you.
Now you have crumbs all over you too.
This is just too adorable.
Your form could use a little work. Next time, stuff the whole thing in your mouth at once.
Oh. Hey, you gotta teach her Happy. Show her how it's done.
That's the proper way to eat a snack like this.
Yes. Pam from Archer would be proud of you.
If you ate this at some stuffy party, cutting it into sensible little bites,
Oh
the
no.
experience would be ruined.
Thank you.
I see your point. There are more types of dining in this world than I was ready to allow for.
Uh-oh.
You've won me over.
Where are we gonna go from here, I wonder? Some sort of just spiral downwards into Constance and Happy destroying or booming, I suppose, the pacer economy of Garreg-Mach.
Let's eat them while we head to the cathedral and litter the ground with crumbs.
Do it.
Capital idea. Wait, no.
After you were chiding her for that. A little delayed reaction there, too.
At the cathedral? You've lost me again, Happy.
No, that's fine. You'll have a trail of breadcrumbs to lead people to you. All right, I'm glad we took that little detour. That was awesome. It's my favorite support in a while, actually, I think. Anything else? I don't think I have any certifications to do. Could always make Byleth something else, but I don't know. I like having both magic types available. I guess I could go for Magus, but or Mortal Savant. I'm not sure if that would actually be better or not, though. Not sure if the growths were better. I'd probably be giving something up. I suppose if nothing else, I could turn them into one and see what happens. But for now, let's explore. That sound. Pretty sure my bell back in the day was the exact same one. First things first. As always, we gotta go to the sauna. Linhart? Let's go with Linhart. I think we've been there with him. How are you enjoying yourself? Relaxing? Let's steam the place up a bit. Oh, you're very hot. That's good for you. Hopefully this doesn't put you over. Shit. Poor Linhart. He's all red.
Much appreciated.
What? Oh, wait. Oh, wonder how that happens. He went over, but he got a second chance. Is it because Byleth became content in that same one? Oh, same one? I don't know, but let's not push it further. Hello, Abysskeeper. Friend's still not back, huh?
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report.
Looks so dead inside without his friend. See it in his eye.
Remember that battle 6 years ago? Oh, I'm guessing you do.
Yeah.
Anyway, remember that knight who watched over Abyss with me for a while?
Don't say it.
I've been on the hunt for his whereabouts, and I finally found out what happened to him. My friend is no longer with us.
Oh.
Figured as much, but now I know for sure. I did get to meet his big sister, at least.
That's sad.
I'll never have the chance to
friend.
thank him for our time together. But maybe I can find a way to help out his sister instead. Bet he would have liked that.
You do that. Sure, he would have appreciated it. God. A beautiful friendship cut tragically short. Someone else are they in the library? Yeah. What are you doing?
Those lights that came down on Mercius. I might have seen them before. Here at Garrick Mach.
I don't think you did.
They looked like they'd rained down right on top of us, but at the last moment they veered off.
Or maybe you did. Was Garrick Mach getting targeted?
I think they crashed into ALL.
Huh.
Must have been the goddess's blessing that protected us.
No, I think that was, probably the attack being called off for some reason. Crashed into ALL. To the Valley of Torment. Huh. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Huh? I hear there was a pretty spectacular battle up there recently.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't hear a lot about that stuff.
I presume they're talking about the Battle of Gronder Field.
There was a lot of talk when it first started, but 5 years on, it's just a fact of life.
Oh. No, you're talking about that battle.
What? There have been lots of battles on the surface recently? I hadn't heard. See what I mean?
Actually, kind of surprised. Abyss really is kind of detached from the outside world, isn't it? What are you all doing together? I still had... if only I still had noble connections. Who's left? This doesn't feel entirely sane. What are you guys planning? Are we talking about our plan?
Feels like a death wish. Attacking the Imperial capital.
Oh,
like this.
right. Yeah, a little bit.
You don't really think we're going to beat the Empire with these paltry forces, do you?
I do. I do.
Is that so? Oh, how I love your resolve.
I wouldn't be going into a fight if I knew I was going to lose. That's just stupid. Not, at least something has to be gained from it. If it doesn't contribute to winning the war, there's no point in fighting it. I mean, even if you don't expect to win the battle outright, it should at least play a role in your grander strategy.
Is it true what they say? That the Archbishop is a captive of the Empire?
It's true.
I've never heard of anything so brash in all the Empire's long history.
She's kind of lucky Edelgard has kept her alive.
It is vexing that Lady
Considering what Edelgard's
true
view of her
motives
is.
elude me. If only I still had noble connections to draw on.
They're quite straightforward and simple, actually.
The loss of my house has proven to be a thorn in my side again and again.
Oh, you can train me in magic. Great, yeah.
The Kingdom and the Alliance both came out of the last fight looking battered and broken.
Yeah.
If the Empire is wiped out too, then who's left to run the joint?
I guess the church. Me.
I guess the next leader of Fodlan could be you. I'd be pretty psyched about that.
Aw, happy. I appreciate your vote of confidence. I wonder if I should do Happy this time instead of Rhea. Huh. I was considering doing her in, Blue Lions. But, see, I'm gonna be probably female Byleth again at that point. And it might be worth it to do Seteth at that point, or Dimitri. Thoughts for later, I suppose.
No.
And where is Balthus?
Please, you can't tell anyone you saw me here. I'm in hiding from the army.
Right, I think I remember you.
I couldn't stand the war, the violence. I had to get away. But now that I've deserted, I can't go home.
Didn't I talk to you last month?
Justice, ambition, what does any of that matter if you're dead?
Yeah?
I just want to live. Is that so wrong?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Probably shouldn't have joined the military if, you know, but there's nothing wrong with wanting to live. I mean, you don't join the military wanting to die either, but... And to be fair, once you probably joined, there's probably a time of peace. I'm not missing him, am I? No. No, I'm not. Hey, Shamir.
10 years ago, Dagda and Bridget attacked the Empire from the west.
Right.
Their final target was the capital.
They failed to get there, right?
At a port town, long before they reached their destination.
Oof, they never even got into Fodlan.
I guess our attempt has been more successful than theirs, all things considered.
I mean, yeah. Well, it wouldn't have been a beach landing, probably, but it's much easier to invade when you're already on the continent, I think, than from a distant island or distant continent.
10 years ago, but they were.
Oops.
I guess
Yes.
Oh. Speaking of Bridget and Dagda, how you doing, Petra?
5 years ago, Edelgard said a thing to me. Bridget is a vassal of the Empire.
Right.
But she also said I always have the freedom to be choosing whether I am with or not with her.
That does sound like Edelgard. And you chose.
I will become the ruler of Bridget. So she said I must make my own path.
No, I think she's at least sad that you didn't choose to side with her.
So now,
All of us, really.
my path and her path will be colliding.
I think she'd have been very happy if this war didn't have to happen. How you doing, Felix?
The Death Knight is no ordinary knight.
Right.
I will prey upon him. I will quench my blade's thirst with his blood.
You sound kind of like him, actually, when you talk like that.
His focus is on fighting you, I'm sure.
You're gonna make a great
But mine will be
Mortal
the
Savant.
last face he sees.
Think. And it's an axe tournament today. I think Zeteth will actually do fine for this tournament. Yeah, look at that. Plenty fast. Plenty defense, as well as plenty of wood.
Destiny unfurled.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance. He might be able to get through this without any healing.
Destiny unfurled.
Maybe. At this rate, probably will.
You defeat me?
God damn, Zeteth. They're getting stronger.
That is all.
One more. Ooh, he has a crit chance. That's no good. So he has a 3% chance of defeating me outright.
That is all.
That's that. Way to go, Zeteth. You can keep that axe for yourself.
Yes.
Oh, Catherine.
Looks like we're nearing the end of this struggle.
Yeah, I wonder how many more chapters we have.
I'm sure Lady Rhea is on tenterhooks waiting for me to swoop in and rescue her.
Depends on how much we do after defeating Edelgard, if we're gonna actually go back down to Shambhala. Probably.
I was just kidding. Pay me no mind. Lady Rhea's not waiting for me, I know, no matter matter how much I might wish she were. She's waiting for you.
Yeah. Or Max. That's right, I don't need to train with you anymore. Hey, you two. How you doing?
Envar. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine I'd be returning like this.
Right, you studied there, right?
Of course, most of the nobles in the Empire make their home in the capital. In the kingdom, all nobles live in their own domains.
Right.
So if the capital is attacked, it doesn't necessarily affect them directly.
The kingdom is more... It seems more of a feudal system than the Empire is.
What will happen to the Imperial nobles when their capital becomes a battlefield?
Maybe. Dunno. Well... Yeah, I think the Empire would be... Well... I don't know, maybe more like the Byzantines? Hard to say.
Invading the capital and smashing the Empire. I wonder if doing so could really end this war.
Well... I think it just might.
Care to share your thoughts, Professor?
I think it'll end the war.
You say that with such confidence. I want to believe that it's true.
So do I.
Although for now, better to focus my efforts on the fight at hand.
Yeah. One step at a time. Hello, Nitesco.
We're forming small units and slowly sneaking into the Empire's territory.
Right.
That allows us to conceal ourselves along the path of the main army's progress, so that by the time we reach the capital, we can all join forces again.
Probably be even easier if we still have all those disguises.
However, if any of the units are discovered before we can rendezvous, the whole plan is a bust. I'm sure it will work out, though.
That is true. It's a plan with almost a single point of failure.
The Empire seems to think we've abandoned our plans to invade, so they're likely not keeping as close a watch.
Yeah. It is an advantage, I suppose, to having retreated. We had them on the ropes, but decided to retreat instead of pressing our advantage.
The Empire's army should be divided now, with significant troops still in the west.
Right.
If they don't assert their authority over the Old Kingdom's lords, they'll never know when an uprising might start.
Are you Colin from Code Chaos?
Ironically, as soon as we capture the Imperial capital, the Old Kingdom's lords are likely to rise up immediately.
Yeah, probably. I'll have to make sure to keep order.
Ever since the Empire declared war on the Church, we have lost all contact with the priests and monks who were in the Imperial capital.
Yeah, I remember some of them join Edelgard, but that might have been more because of my presence.
I expect there's nothing we can do but pray for their safety. But realistically, it's probably too late.
Yeah, probably. Oh, come on this way. Mercy! Mercedes, how you doing?
It's been so long since I've been to the Imperial
Right.
capital.
Because, yeah, you grew up in the Empire.
I used to go to the opera there with my mother and brother.
Aw, now you're gonna have to fight your brother.
I never thought my return would be like this.
So sorry, Mercy. I'm so sorry that your family is just been put into this position. Hey, Marianne.
So if we win the war, will you become the ruler of Fodlan?
I suppose I will. That might be the case.
You seem unsure, so I guess anything is possible. For what it's worth, I think you'd make a good ruler.
Aw.
You could bring peace to the land.
Yeah. And who knows, maybe I'll... Well, I won't be implementing Edelgard's goals. And probably not even Claude's goals, but... Hopefully I can bring some satisfaction to the people A Fodlin. Hey, Bernie.
Professor, my mother might be in
Aw.
the city. I don't have many good memories of her, if I'm being honest, but she's dearer to me than my father.
Yeah. That's not a tough thing. No, that's not very tough, though.
If you happen to see her, please make sure she's not caught up in all the fighting.
Don't worry, Bernie. I'm sure she'll be fine.
She's only a civil servant, so hopefully she takes a cue from her Bernie and stays inside.
Aw, her Bernie. I'm sure she will. Oh, Bernie. Oh, it's the little one. I'll make a crown out of flowers. Is that gonna be for me? Are you gonna crown me with flowers? Or no?
In the opera, actors came and went all the time, but the people behind the scenes would stay forever.
Right.
I'll bet I'd know a few of them now, even after all these years.
Yeah, probably, maybe.
I wonder if they've
There's
left
a few.
the capital. I certainly hope so.
They'll be all right. I'm sure of it. Hey, Linhart. Saying hello to the dormitories one more time.
They used to call Inbar the city of Saros. To assault it together with the knights is surreal.
Makes sense, considering who started the city, if after all, who started the Empire.
If Saros were alive today, I wonder what she might make of our war.
Oh. Bit on the nose, Linhart.
In Inbar, there was once a southern church, and apparently a bishop was dispatched to it. 100 years ago, the southern church became entangled in an insurrection. Until 5 years ago, the Empire and the church maintained a certain distance from one another.
Right. Might have been partly why those who slithered in the dark were able to, well, slither their way in there. Just maybe.
Huh?
Hello, churchgoer.
Just recently, the fish in the pond suddenly started
The
thrashing
amazing
around like mad.
mutton chops.
I didn't know what was going on. And then I saw something gleaming in the southeastern sky. It happened right when you were out on campaign.
Oh.
I wonder what it could
Oh, that's
be.
when they called in the strike. You really were going to take out Karagamok. Well, they would need a lot of javelins in order to fully take out Garreg-Mach. But they could do some damage with just a few. If they were well placed enough. Oh, Dorothea, how you doing?
The whole of the capital is going to be a battleground.
Yeah?
The city has such a long heritage. Even so, perhaps it deserves to be reduced to ashes for once.
No, I don't think so.
But we can't let the common folk get hurt. We should try to confine the damage to the noble section.
Don't worry, we don't really have artillery to damage the place with anyways. Hello. Anna.
There's unrest everywhere these days. All of my fellow merchants seem to be endangered.
Right.
I hope things go back to normal soon. People need more to smile about, aside from my great deals.
Your great deals do bring smiles. Let's go with, yeah, I guess, faith.
I hope that... Welcome!
And I'll take a Master Seal,
Is
just
that
the one.
Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
Thank you.
Hey.
Pardon me.
Hi, Gatekeeper.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
Of course.
Momentum's really picking up for this final battle, huh? Even I'm starting to feel tense. Me!
That's... wow. That does not bode well. But don't worry, we'll be fine, and you'll be fine.
Enbar's history goes back 1,400 years. That even predates the founding of the Empire.
Does it now? Did Saros Rhea, use the city to her advantage in that case at making it the capital, or did she just not form the Empire immediately?
It's one of the sacred sites of the Saros faith, so it's a pretty big deal.
Yep.
But hey, no need to worry about the monastery.
Kinda where the Saros faith started.
I've got it covered. I'll defend it to my last.
I know you will. Always count on Gatekeeper. Alois, you can always count on you too.
Here we are, facing the final battle with the Empire. It's been a long, difficult struggle. We have to get Lady Rhea back. And we have to crush the Empire in the name of Captain Geralt.
We will, Alois.
I don't know what comes next, but we can sort out those details later.
Well said. Now, focus on the task in front of us.
Pardon me.
There you are, Balthus.
According to a merchant who just came from the Alliance, my little bro made it home in one piece.
Oh, good.
But House Albrecht lost a lot of troops. So did the nearby lords. Things are real bad over there.
Oof, I can imagine.
If we don't stop the Empire soon, there won't be anyone left to help fight them off.
No, we are going to stop them in exactly 2 months. Actually, I don't remember if if we come back to the monastery between the next chapter, or this chapter, and then the next, where we actually go into the palace.
That's so.
I should probably do both of the paralogs this month. Or, well, they'll have expiration dates.
Some of my soldier friends departed for Empire territory a few days ago. They wore trader clothes and hid their weapons in their luggage, so that even if they encounter patrols, they won't arouse suspicion.
I am loving this feather.
Another squad dressed as traveling artists. It's like a game of dress-up, with lives at stake.
Do what you gotta do. Blend into the common folk. Having a conversation with Dorte? No, that's not Dorte.
It's such a relief that we've made it this far without having to fight my father.
I'll have to face him at some point.
Hey, don't try and scare me. If he turns up as a reinforcement during the assault, we might lose. I'd better make my peace
He
with that.
really respects his father. At least his father's abilities. Holds him on a very high pedestal. Hey, Fleen. Just looking at the view. Oh, hey. Maybe that wyvern.
I was born in Enbar.
Oh.
My mother and father met in a church there. Not too long after, I was brought into the world.
Aw. How many years ago was that? Would have been over 1,000.
I do not understand
Think.
how war can happen in such a precious place. It is most regrettable.
You were a part of the previous war, if I'm not mistaken. And by the previous war, I mean the war that involved the 10 elites. It's where you were injured and went to sleep with Seteth, right?
Well...
Presumably where your mother died. I don't think they've ever cleanly laid out the order of those events.
So, did you know a magnificent canal flows through downtown Enbar?
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember water.
It's said to have been constructed under the guidance of Saint Saros before the Empire was even formed. Ever since, That canal has been a major lifeline for the capital's development.
Just give them access to use for transporting goods, I take it.
And now this is how the Empire repays it. Truly, no good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah. Well, they did remain unantagonistic for well over 1,000 years, so. What's the difference between killing someone and calling for their death instead? In both situations, their blood is on your hands. So isn't it all the same? Less guilt if you order someone else to do it. So yeah, like all things in life, it's about context and perspective. Hey, Lawrence.
Professor?
It's your birthday this month.
I have been to the kingdom capital before, but never to the imperial one. They say it is the biggest city in all Fodlan.
I can believe
so
that.
We will no doubt have many civilians to worry about. I hope we can preserve the city. If it is destroyed in the battle, the people will face hardship.
We will. Unless you know who decides to nuke the place.
I would say we should avoid the use of excessive force, but I suppose that hinges upon the Empire's terms of engagement.
Alright, one more.
I'm from the Empire myself, and I still have some relatives in Inbar.
They'll be fine.
I hope they get out in time, but I've no way of contacting them. I guess all I can do...
Oops. Let's hope pray that they're not harmed, yeah.
Please?
Almost done. Hello, monk.
Hi there! Enbar is where the divine Saros, sent by the goddess, first appeared before mankind.
No. Sorry, lady. Sorry, monk. That's bullshit.
Saint Saros then worked countless miracles there, and offered guidance to the people.
I wonder what kind of things Rhea did. I don't really think she's capable of miracles.
That's why Enbar is considered a holy place for the Church of Saros.
Not beyond normal magic, at least. I imagine as more people saw the big dragon lady and said, we should probably not get on her bad side, and decided to follow her. After they agreed with her teachings. Maybe both.
Whenever I think about how we'll be seeing Lady Rhea real soon, I get happy and really get cleaning.
Alright, Cyril.
We'll get there for sure, right? We'll see her again?
Yeah, we'll see her again. We'll meet her for sure. Technically, we don't know for sure, but I know for sure.
I just gotta believe Lady Rhea is waiting for us in the capital. We just have to find her.
Yeah, but she's seen better days. She will not be in the best of shape.
Well...
Teacher.
The information about Lady Rhea being held in the Imperial capital came from an Imperial soldier at Mercius?
All right.
We can't discount the possibility that the enemy's feeding us fake information on purpose.
That's true. But...
Still, we can only move forward. It's all on you, Professor.
It is technically the only lead you guys have, so... Can't afford not to follow up on it, I think. Especially since we're going to be in the capital anyways.
Professor,
We
at
have
last,
nothing to lose.
The end is nigh. I love the Empire. Part of me wants it to survive. But I know that is not reasonable. The Empire's time has come.
It's very big of you, Ferdinand.
What we need now is a mighty leader who can rebuild Fodlan and rule it as a single nation.
It's funny that is Edelgard's goal in the first place.
Nonetheless, it saddens me that we will not have an Adrestian Emperor.
It's less Claude's goal, but he indirectly needs it to happen in Golden Dare route to achieve his goal. Not to mention he was kind of all that was left.
Enbar's streets are paved with unhappy memories, Professor.
Right.
I've avoided the damned place ever since I abandoned my nobility. Swore never to return.
Sorry, gotta break that oath.
Now here we are. To return in this manner. Well, I can't say it is something I ever imagined.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Probably would have been the very last thing you would have ever expected is if you know, had been asked 7 years ago. Where do you see yourself in 7 years? It would not have been storing Enbar to take down the Dresden Emperor. Great. Just setteth left. Setteth left. Setteth?
Rhea will be somewhere in the city. I wonder if she can sense us coming.
Don't think so.
If we are able to save her, then I expect you will learn many secrets that have hitherto been kept from you.
Unfortunately, it's not your place to reveal them. I know. Curious how much they're going to reveal compared to the Golden Dare route.
Are you prepared for that?
I am. Yes, I am.
Excellent. The battle will soon be upon us. Let us both be at our best for what is to come.
Because people did say the Golden Dare is where you learn a lot more about the, I guess, the actual state of history compared to other routes. I wonder how far this one will go into what it reveals. And that's that. Excellent. Alright, there we go. Instruct manually, as always. Alright.
Professor, may I ask you a question?
Of course, Flane. I desperately want to travel to some of the places my mother and I spent time in, but I'm not really allowed to leave the monastery walls for such things. It makes me feel so sad. Is there anything I can do? Well, take a nap and you'll dream about a dream. Nah, she slept for long enough. Close her eyes and pretend she's with you. Maybe you can paint a picture of your mother to help.
Ah, I see.
I helped her a bit, but wasn't opted. I think the closing her eyes one was the best one. Physical exertion is not my forte. Oh, but I'd like to help as much as I possibly can. Maybe I can do that by studying reason. Getting better at magic. You can, but I don't need you just studying reason. Anna? Nice timing. Or, no, it's Anna's birthday. Like the merchant? Oh. I don't think I've ever done her before. Here, take the almond blend.
Thanks for having me. Time for business. Oh, wait. A tea party?
Yes.
Thanks a million.
I like Anna. Too bad she doesn't have supports.
Delicious. Sold.
No monastery rules.
Good deal.
She's all business after all.
Sold.
School days. Classes you might enjoy.
Sold.
A new gambit. Overcoming weaknesses.
That's the way.
Did pretty good.
There's a lot of competition between us merchants. So if you've got any ideas on how I can corner the market...
I'm not gonna help you corner the market, Anna. Chat.
Good deal.
Excellent. Still no idea how those ones are supposed to work, but sip tea. Chat.
Unbelievable. That's the way. Hey, could you avert your gaze a bit? You're weirding me out.
No.
You could easily sell this.
Oh, well, thank you. I'd make a mighty fine tea, it seems.
You like my duds?
Well,
they might look standard issue, but they've got... Oh, save the sales pitch for later?
No, you're fine.
That's the way. Not sure I buy it. Hey there, Professor. Sold. Hey, could you have...
Any others?
Good deal. That's the way.
It's kind of cute.
How's that suit you?
That light blush.
You like my duds?
Anyways, that's enough of that. Time to go. Happy birthday, Anna. Favorite secret merchant.
Sell this.
I'll see you in every other game, I'm sure.
Thanks for treating me. Let's do this again, yeah?
Next birthday.
A fine result.
Oh? Just fine, huh? That was excellent. I saw Faith.
Can I use this off the battlefield?
Fantastic. But no, probably not.
I always was a quick study.
I've learned a thing or two from battle.
I get it.
That Faith +1 range. Great. I need to make sure to give that to you. Or at least the... Well, I'll probably just give him the reason one. He doesn't usually use his Faith magic. Okay.
Friend.
Hello, Yurikins. By shooting down our foes before they get near us, I can greatly reduce the risk of harm to my friends. Yeah, that's a good plan. That in mind, my aim is to master bow skills, and yes, all the objections. Leave the bow fighting to Bernie and Shamir. Speaking of which, I think they're grooming horses together.
We did it.
Way to go. Bunch of them there.
Need to improve. I must
I don't
always
even care about though.
I think I've got the idea.
I'll make good use of this.
I'm looking sharp.
Oh, that one's good. That last one. I should check. Okay, this one's available till 6 or this month. And this one is available until next month. At which point I presume next month is the final one. Okay, once more. Going through. Oh! No interruptions. Alright. Straight to horse grooming. And end of week report.
Look, Professor, we did great.
Wonderful. Good job, Bernie and Shamir.
Perseverance is the key.
Hades. I remember that one was pretty good. Hades Omega, in fact. Capital Omega. Alright, now... Actually, first, no. Certifications. Byleth. I think I said I wanted to do this with you. Yes. And let's skip.
I've set my sights
Don't think this will give you anything. Not to mention, it's a bit late to master this class, whatever that would have given you. Probably. But still. Let's see. The Eternal Guardian is up next. 5 years after Rhea's disappearance, a letter that she wrote prior to that battle has surfaced. The mysterious message raises more questions than it answers. Maybe that's why this one disappears, because we get Rhea back next time. Well, regardless. Time to go.